We are from Middle College High School. My name is Joseph Arvalo.
My name is Jocelyn.
And I'm Yaretz.
We're presenting a hydroponics versus regular soil. Our objective with this project was to figure out how hydroponics could be better for the environment and how it could be a better way of growing plants.
So a big problem in this environment is climate change, and we were looking to see how we could mitigate climate change by using a sustainability resource. Our research question was, how does types of environment growing your plants affect the amount of weight and rate of growth?
So the pros of hydroponics is that it uses less water, it releases less CO2 in the environment, and it's sustainable. You can plant locally, and you don't need that much land compared to traditional farming. And the crops grow faster in any season, like it could be winter, fall, any season, and they would grow still. Some of the cons of the hydroponics is that it does use a lot of energy and it's pretty expensive. The cheapest hydroponic system you can get is like $300, but the highest it is like $10,000.
Pros about planting traditionally is it is a cheaper cost, getting its nutrients by a more natural way, which is the soil, photosynthesis. But a mistake is easier to forgive when you're using a hydroponic system. And some cons about planting traditionally is it does use a lot of space. It releases carbon emissions into the environment because for that land, you do need to cause deforestation. Pesticides affect the plants, and people have to do hard labor for it.
Our hypothesis was if hydroponics can be used to grow plants instead of using soil, the final growth would be distinguishably different because hydroponics grow faster and are better for the environment, and it would show a big difference. Our experimental design was, our control group was the plants being grown in soil, so we could compare them to our experimental group, the plants being grown in the hydroponic system. Our independent variables were the type of environment that you would grow your plant, and our dependent variable was our final growth at the end of the experiment.
We were trying to get quantitative data and qualitative data because in our school, the plants that we harvest, they do get eaten by staff members, students, so it won't go to waste. So you want to also see like which ones taste better, which one has more like a good smell to it, color, not just how much they weigh and how much they grow. These are the materials that we use for it.
Our procedure, we put soil into a biodegradable pot and we also put seeds in. We also did the same with a rock wool that was put into a hydroponic system. These are some pictures of our experiment as the weeks went by. At the bottom here are the ones before they were transplanted into the hydroponic system, and the top ones are the control group, the ones that we grew in regular soil.
As you can see that the hydroponic system were growing faster and better. They looked more alive than the soil one. That was week 1, week 2, and week 3 is when we transferred the rock wool into the hydroponic system. So before spring break, our plants did look different. It looked like the hydroponic system was doing way better than the soil one. The soil one was doing good. But then after break, no one was there to take care of our plants much. So our hydroponic system plant were like getting a little damaged. And our soil one, it did seem like it started to bloom more.
Before the weekend that just passed by, we compared our final growth. The bottom is the final growth of the hydroponic one, and to the left is the final. As you can see, it's very distinguishable, the difference between the plants grown in soil and the plants grown in the hydroponic system. As you can tell, the ones grown in soil look dried out, and they don't really look much alive anymore. The hydroponic system looks like they're still flourishing and still growing the way they should be.
This was our data. Like the hydroponic final weight was 2g more for the cucumbers, and then for the lettuce it was 4g more, and then for the soil it was only 0.5 for both of how much the growth was. To conclude, our hypothesis was accepted. The plants in the hydroponic system did grow better. It did also look better, and it weighted more. Our sources of error was that the soil wasn't weighted without the pot's weight in the beginning. And then spring break happened, and only plants with the soil was taken care of. And the hydroponic system was just left in school with no one to watch over and see if it needed anything. And also for the last weekend, our soil plant wasn't watered, and so a drought occurred, which is also a big negative thing about planting with traditional in soil, that if you're in an area where it's really hot, droughts can happen and it could affect their plants really bad.